It was a season that dawned with much hope. The Springfield Armor were entering the 2012-2013 NBA D-League season as the defending Eastern Conference champions. After completing the single greatest single-season turnaround in league history last year, it appeared that the Armor were ready to take the next step and compete for a league championship. Alas, things don't always go as planned, and with the Armor currently holding a record of 17-27 with just 6 games remaining, the Armor are officially out of the playoff picture. We talked to Springfield Armor head coach Bob MacKinnon as we recap the Armor season that was. After last season's Eastern Conference Championship, you got off to a great start, 3-1 on the season. Talk about the expectations coming into this season and getting off to that hot start.
Well, you know, anytime you've had some success, there are higher expectations the next time out, and you know, we did have high expectations coming into the season, and we did get off to a good start, and then you know, we hit a rough patch and kind of tailed a little bit. We had some injuries, we had some personnel change, and you know, we didn't handle our adjustments real well.
Now talk about a little bit about that rough patch. You lost 10 of 11 games. It was a real struggle. And you also talked about personnel switching. How difficult was it to deal with that losing streak while changing up your personnel? It's got to be something that's tough to do.
Yeah, you know, we just weren't a very cohesive group, and have kind of struggled with that all year long with all the change we've had. And you know, that's what our league is, and that's what guys have to understand coming into this league, that our league is a league of change, it's a league of opportunity. And you know, we had some injuries. We'd miss, you know, like Carlton Scott would be out 3 games, and then he'd come back, and James Mays would be out 3 games, and Dennis Horner would be out, and then, you know, Ben Uda. So it was kind of like some of our main core guys. You know, we never had them really healthy in that stretch.
Despite that tough stretch, on a personal note for you, you recorded your 100th career win in a 107-102 win over Fort Wayne on the 23rd of February. On a personal level, what did that win mean to you?
It means I've been in the league a long time. I've had good players, you know, and I've been fortunate. You know, from a personal level, I've been fortunate. You know, my family's been very supportive of me doing this in this league, and I work for a great organization, the Nets, and they've allowed me the opportunity to get to 100 wins. And you know, hopefully, you know, I'm in this league a while longer. I love coaching in this league, and I love what the players are all about in this league. So I'm hoping to have the opportunity to continue that.
On February 11th, you traded your all-star James Mays to the Maine Red Claws, got Chris Joseph in return. Since then, you guys have played better, 8-6 overall. Once he came here, you won your first 4 games. Talk about what Joseph brings to the floor on a nightly basis.
Well, you know, it's kind of like fitting a puzzle together, you know, and the pieces have to fit and fit well, and everybody has to kind of mesh together. And I thought Chris really put our puzzle pieces together for us. And, you know, he spaces the floor for us, and he's a threat out there with the ball, and he's a good wing perimeter defender. And all of those things we were lacking. And a wing scorer, and you know, he's also a young guy. You know, he's the first year out of college, so you know, someone that has potential to down the road, I think, be a very good NBA player.
Another guy who I think personally has improved the most of anybody on your team, Willie Reed. And he really took off after that James Mays trade. In 14 games since then, he's averaging over 18 points per game, 9.5 rebounds per game. He's recorded 6 double-doubles. Talk about his improvement from the beginning of the season to now towards the tail end of the season.
Well, you know, I'm really proud of what Willie's done, and the professionalism more than anything that he's gained this season. You know, he's a guy, if he's not the youngest guy in our league, he's one of the 3 youngest guys in our league, and has been all year. And you know, he came in, didn't, I think, understand the work ethic that it took, the day-to-day professionalism you needed, and I think he's learned a lot of that. And I'm really proud of the fact that, you know, if you look at some of our players, last year Jeff Foote, you know, came in not on anyone's really NBA radar, and ended up being, you know, an NBA call-up. Willie Reed, not on anyone's NBA radar, and now has put himself in that position. And you know, as far as our big guys, I think it's a great testament to the work that Chris Carrawell does with our big people, and the mentorship that he provides to those guys.
Some other guys that have had the chance to come down throughout the course of the season, Toko Shingalia, Tyshawn Taylor. Obviously, they've been up and down between Brooklyn and here in Springfield. What has it been like to coach them, to work on them improving their game, and how high do you think their ceiling is at the NBA level?
Well, it's always an honor to be able to coach NBA players, and to coach players of that level and that magnitude. It's always a thrill for me, and you know, you always want to coach the best and the most talented, and the most talented players in the world are the NBA players. And you know, so it was an honor to coach those guys and have the opportunity to try and help them develop their games and develop their professionalism and becoming pros. And you know, I think we did that, and I think we helped them and helped them towards the Nets cause. And you know, I think they're both guys, if you look down the road, I think 10 to 12 years, they're still going to be playing and being very productive NBA players.
And then finally, the last one. It's been an up and down season. Obviously, you guys aren't going to be going to the playoffs this year, as you did struggle in that middle portion of the season. But what are you going to take away from this season, and what are you going to try to improve on as you prepare for whatever comes next?
Well, you're always looking to improve. You have to get better in this game, and you know, I try and just watch other coaches and get better as a coach and get better as a person off the court as well. And you know, what do we take with the positives? You know, I think the development of our players, and that's, you know, the thing that the Nets stress with us the most is they want development to be first. And again, you look at a Willie Reed, who's gotten better, Justin Johnson, who's gotten better since he's been here, Chris Joseph, his numbers speak for themselves. They've gotten better since he's been here. So I think our players have developed since they've gotten here. And you know, again, I'm proud of that fact.
He's been second-year Springfield Armor head coach Bob MacKinnon recapping the season that was.